Hi, and welcome to this video on the shapes and measures section, and particularly in this video we're going to be looking at the measures. We're going to have a look at units, and this is really just a very quick and basic run through of converting between different units with regard to time, mass and length. So hopefully it's stuff you should know, and it's just kind of essentially this is just a bit of a recap, just making sure that you're clear on what's going on with what. So here we go, length, there you go, there's a metre ruler, or my version of a metre ruler on the screen. So we know that 1 metre is 100 centimetres, and if I'm going to convert from metres to centimetres, all we've got to do is times by 100, or if we're going back the other way, from centimetres to metres, divide by 100. So let's just chuck up some examples. So here we go. So we've got 3 metres here. So how many centimetres is that going to be? That's going to be 3 times by 100, so that's going to be 300 centimetres. Going back the other way, clearly 470 centimetres, that's going to give us 4 complete metres, and then we're going to have 70 centimetres left over. To divide by 100 gives us 4.7 or 4.70. On we go. So we've got here 9 centimetres. So here 9 centimetres, so that would be just up to about there on the ruler. So what is that in terms of metres? Well, again, if we do the divide by 100, we end up with 0.09. Be a little bit careful. If you just put 0.9, what you'd actually get would be 90 centimetres, not 9. And then the final one, we've got 12.9 metres. So if we turn that into centimetres, times by 100, so 12 metres would be 1,200, and then the 0.9 is another 90, so that's 1,290 centimetres. And now if we zoom in a little bit and split our centimetres down a bit further, so there we go, so we can see that each centimetre is chopped up into 10 small parts, and each part is called a millimetre. So we know that 1 centimetre is 10 millimetres. So again, if we're going to convert from centimetres, turn it into millimetres, we've just got to do it times by 10. Or if we're going from millimetres to centimetres, it's a divide by 10. Same principles before, but instead of being 100, it's times or divide by 10. So here we go. Let's change 13 centimetres into millimetres. So that's just going to be times by 10. So clearly that's going to be 130 millimetres. And going back the other way, if we've got 7 millimetres, we've got to do a divide by 10. So that would be just less than a centimetre, it would be 0.7 of a centimetre. On we go. So the next one we're talking about is mass. Now, at this point in time, you can treat mass and weight as basically the same thing. You're more familiar with kind of kilograms and grams being measuring how much something weighs. There is a slight technical difference, but at the moment, like I said, let's really not worry about that. So we've got 1 kilogram is 1,000 grams, so this time our conversion is times or divide by 1,000. So 3 kilograms would be the same as 3,000 grams. Going back the other way, doing a divide by 1,000, that's going to be 4.7 kilograms. And this one we've got to be a little bit careful about. We've got to do 9 divide by 1,000, so that's going to be 0.009 of a kilogram. And finally, let's have a look at units of time. So 60 seconds in a minute, 60 minutes in an hour. Now, with this one, because it's not based on a power of 10, you've got to be a little bit more careful in places. So times by 60 going one way, divided by 60 going the other way. So let's have a look at a couple of examples. So let's start off with 3 hours. Times by 60, that's going to be 180 minutes. Times by 60 again, that's going to be 10,800 seconds. If we've now got 300 minutes, I'm going to go back this way first. So 300 minutes, that's the same as 5 hours. Doing a divide by 60, doing a times by 60, that would be the same as 1,800 seconds. And then if I've got 12,000 seconds, divide by 60, that gives me 200 minutes. And 200 minutes, if I'm going to do a divide by 60, the easiest thing to do is just think, well, how many lots of 60 go into that? So it's going to be 3, which will give us 3 hours. So that's 180 minutes. And then we've got 20 minutes left over. So that one would be 3 hours and 20 minutes.